9 months in LA. It was probably the worst place I've ever lived in my entire life. God was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't even snatch me right up out of there. The angle. Is that the angle? What's up guys, it's Tiara. I'm back with another video, and today we are doing a bit of a life update. So I told you guys in my last movie vlog that I would give y'all the tea and all the details on why I was leaving and where we're going, and yeah, here we are. That day has come. So let's start out with my move to LA and how I said I just knew from the day I moved in that it was not for me. Yeah, literally the same day I moved to LA, your girl got awarded a transfer to Phoenix. I had waited almost 2 years for that transfer, finally got tired of commuting, and I said, let me just move to LA. Let me just, it wasn't like a dream. It was just like, oh, I'm tired of commuting. Let me convenience myself by moving to my home base. I had to decline my transfer after waiting 2 years because my airline decided, yeah, let's just do a little plot twist on her, let her move all the way to LA, spend all her money and get this raggedy apartment, and then we're gonna just surprise her and say she can actually be based at home. Yeah, that was saddening, but I was optimistic. I said, you know what, let's give LA a try. So mind you, I arrived January 1. It's raining. It rains from January to June. I'm sick January to just about June. I kept getting sick back to back to back to back to back. Then I literally start seeing bugs. I start seeing bugs, a little 1, 2, a little 3, 4. We get the exterminator. I'm thinking it's gonna get better. Exterminator comes 3 times within the course of my lease and was planning to come one more time. I said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Not doing it. Not doing it. And mind you, I know that like there are certain bugs that we don't like. It wasn't just those. It was the spiders. The wolf spiders, honey. Biting me in my dang sleep. Venom crawling up to my armpit. Like, the amount of stress I had being roommates with critters. I literally could not sleep at night. I was so stressed out, y'all. Like, I thought that I would not, I don't know, there was just days where I literally didn't know what I was gonna do. And so after the 3rd time of packing up my apartment, I said, I'm not doing this again. If I pack it up again, I might as well just leave. So that is why I broke my lease. Mind you, I had been there, I was there 9 months. I had a 12-month lease. So I was like, dear, you waited entirely too long. I should have left the first day, honestly, truly. But I try to stick it out and just be a good sport and, like, I don't know, just like push through, because I'm like, no, this can't be. But once every other thing started happening, I said, this house, maybe the energy is just like, it's opposite of me, or in some way it just doesn't want me here. And literally, y'all, to the day I left, I had issue after issue after issue after issue. The day I was leaving, my evil eye bracelet broke off my wrist. I started wearing an evil eye bracelet because I'm like, whatever negative juju is up in this place, like, I need God's protection over me. Not saying that there's anything super special about an evil eye bracelet, but just mentally it's a reminder for me to be like, okay, God, thank you for your protection. Like, it just means something to me. And the fact that it broke the day I was moving out, I was just like, okay, yeah, that's confirmation. This place was like, man, we don't like you. Get the hell out of our house. So I washed my hands of that apartment, never to see it again, y'all. It had so many foundational issues. It had like, I wish I had footage to show you guys, because from the tour you cannot see all the issues, but people who live in LA, you know how old buildings are. And then on top of that, the AC would not work all summer. Mind you, I'm in the valley, it's 100 degrees. So it was just like, okay, dear, like, you're doing this man a favor by being here. He's not doing you any favors giving you housing. You can go live at home with your family like you were doing for the past 2.5 years before you moved here. Like, it just was too much. And so not only was I having housing issues, I literally blew a head gasket on my car, y'all. So now I'm stuck with a car that I can't even drive, and I'm gonna have to pay more in repairs than my car is even worth. But I'm like, I need to get to work. It took me an hour and a half to get to work sometimes. The traffic in LA was insane, like something I'd never seen before. And I just was like, why am I torturing myself? Why am I torturing myself? That's literally what it felt like just so sadistic. Like, dear, do you like being this stressed out? Because you're acting like it. So I said, girl, put on your big girl undies and tell this man you're breaking this leash. You're not asking, you're telling him. And thankfully, like, it just was such a gracious process. Like, I think he just knew. He knew. When he stepped in my place and saw all this nice furniture and how pretty I made that place, he knew. He knew that I was not about to live with these bugs. He just graciously was like, yeah, no problem. Okay, sir, so you were just gonna let me keep suffering, but you knew this place was uninhabitable to begin with. That was the house and the car. I was getting sick from the rain and the weather, and just maybe the house had mildew or mold or something. I don't know. I was just sick. My hair was falling out. Like, y'all, if you see my curls now, they are not the same. Like, I look crazy. That's why my hair's been straight. And then what else? I literally got hurt. So I hurt my arm, and now I have some like nerve issue happening in my ulnar nerve. And so it's been so painful. I can't even sleep at night sometimes. And I'm really trying to like push through, and like, I don't know, it's almost like I try to trick my mind like I'm better. But like, y'all, this has been going on for 6 months. Like, it's my wrist and my arm, and when I wear the brace it's too tight, so I literally just try to let it be free. But whew, only God knows like how much I've cried because it's just like, why was so much going wrong? Like, why did I have so much misfortune? I really feel like, not that I didn't deserve it, because like, who does? You know, who deserves for terrible things to happen to them? But I'm just like, what is this? And it couldn't be anything other than a sign that it just was not for me. And I think it woke me up to like, okay, dear, like, you don't have to do this. And it put that kind of energy into every aspect of my life. Like, I don't have to do things that are harmful to me. I don't have to stay in situations that are toxic and killing me. Like, I can move around at any point. And I also deserve to put myself in the best care and in the best situation. So I actually was being seen at a place called Concentra. And so I've been trying to get into seeing a specialist, because it's like, this healthcare system just don't care about me. And I want to get someone who actually can help me heal, because 6 months is a long time to be struggling with the issue, and no one is giving, you know, you're not getting the results that you need. So all that to say, your girl moved back to Arizona. But this time we got a high rise. We're living in our little fancy apartment that's clean, that's bug free, that's safe, locked down, secured. And I'm also in proximity to my family. So honestly, I feel like my mom and my sister have been praying for me to come back. I said, y'all must have been praying and fasting, because God did that in a jiffy. So literally, I moved back. And now I just got a notification today that I got awarded a transfer to Phoenix. So now I get to fly to my hometown. I'm just like amazed at how when we take a step in the right direction, like, God will rush in with so much grace and favor. I just feel like now I'm realigned and I'm getting back in my vein, and I notice so much change in me being here. Like, I come alive. I always say Phoenix is a resurrection city for me. I literally come back to life. The fact that I have passion and excitement, that I'm picking up my camera, I'm gonna want to remember this journey, and I'm gonna want to see my countenance change. I have so much joy, but I also have so much peace. Like, it just comes over me. It really just washes over me, just being home and being in a safe environment. Like, that was so traumatic. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like, I feel like God was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Came and snatched me right up out of there. So all in all, 9 months in LA. It was probably the worst place I've ever lived in my entire life. Not LA the city, but just that apartment. LA itself was growing on me, but I could not fathom paying 3K for a studio apartment and hating my surroundings, you know? Like, LA is not a super pretty city, but it is nice to have the beach, and I fell in love with Irwan. I was with Irwan, girly, and just the vibes. I got connected with an organization called Walk Good, where they're like a wellness group. They do walking, hiking, running, yoga on the beach, yoga at the park. Like, there was so many things that just truly align with who I am as a person. Even meeting so many people who were plant-based, like it was normal to meet vegetarians and vegans out there, and that just made my heart swell. Like, that was so cool, because here I don't really connect with a lot of people that way. But what I will say is, living in LA challenged me to get out and meet people doing things I already love. And so now that I'm back in Arizona, I'm back in Phoenix, I just know I'm going to be more intentional about making more friends that are aligned with who I am at my core. And I just want to make sure I'm intentional about sticking with my wellness and doing things for my health, and definitely my mental health, y'all. I'm still journaling. I've been a journaler since I was a kid. So yeah, if y'all haven't been journaling your wildly written journals, go ahead, whip them out, y'all. And just remember to pour into yourself. I know this video was not the most upbeat, but I just wanted to be real with y'all and show you, like, everybody is going through something. The fact that I was in an environment that restricted me, that literally made me feel like I could not create, I could not do what God called me to do, just to be a light. I was in such a dark space a lot of times. It's like, okay, dear, you gotta make a move. And so this is my first step towards recovery, y'all. I'm recovering from all the traumatic events that happened in LA, and I feel like I'm still sparing y'all. I didn't even talk about dating. There's just like so many things that were going on in my world, but more than anything, I'm just grateful that God still loves me, that God still chooses me, that God still favors me, that He puts me in position to do amazing things. And I'm so excited for this journey of being back home, but this time in my own space. So yeah, y'all, thank you so much for just being here, sticking with me, riding and dying. Not riding and dying, just riding. We ain't dying, we riding. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you, I love you, and leave some love in the comments. And until next time, bye.